like I said, you're going around Long Island. Everybody's, people call you legend. You're messing around with movies now too. I want to ask you about that.
Oh, yeah.
But on the come up, I remember when I was just, I'm going to say before I had my first storefront, I'm just living off martial arts. And I'd go to like meet a girl and you start to talk about, oh, so what are you doing? And they're looking to see what you're up to. You kind of feel almost like a loser. No? I mean, I'd be like, oh, maybe it'd make more sense now because the sport's more popular. But back then I'd be like, oh, I'm fighting and I'm teaching this. The guys are rolling around. They didn't know what the fuck. Remember the one girl was like, I know you love your judo, but I'm like, it's not judo, bitch. Girl's upset I didn't go to college. Girl left me in a security booth.
I always had the accounting to fall back on, even though.
You did have the accounting. But my thing is, when you started out as an accountant, like your great brother, Paul Longo. He's retired now, isn't he?
Half.
Okay.
Well, half the people won't let him go. He's trying to get out.
He's great. So you were a respectable accountant, and you went from that to like a renegade fucking teaching people to be pugilists. How did that happen, and were you disgraced by your family? Were you the black sheep, Longo? Come on, man, because it's a different time back then. They must have thought you were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And to your credit, just like me to mine, you know.
Well, I mean, look.
They meet your wife, they'll be like, okay, he can't be totally crazy because Velma's great.
100%.
So just like Ann, so it's like they up our stock. Like I said that about my wife.
We got good front people.
Yes,
sure,
yes. But seriously, when they be like, so what do you do?
I mean, look, I was always doing martial arts, even during high school, college, working. So that was always, but I don't think anybody was really making money with it, but I just didn't give a shit. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what we did, But I do think it might have killed my old man, for sure.
Did he? Wait.
It's a possibility.
Oh, literally?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Wait, so how did he take? How did they take it? Did they understand it? It had to be odder back then because nowadays, okay, that's the stuff on TV.
You know what it was? You're not really, I mean, I'm not saying you don't listen to your parents, but I'm fucking 28 at the time. What do I don't give a shit what anybody's telling me. You know what I mean? And that's why I think it was great for my mom to see everything come to fruition. She was like blown away when she'd go to like, the plumber would come in, hear her name and go, any relation to Ray Longo? And then my mother would just start laughing. Like she couldn't even.
That's great.
She couldn't believe it. But those are some of the best times in my life was my mother calling me up going, you're not going to believe it, the plumber. And she went to get when she had some pain, she went to the dispensary and the guy was like, that can't be, that's your son, that's crazy. So it was all that stuff I love for sure. So she got a big kick out of it. I'm glad she got to see. I wish my old man was around because he loved fighting. I always watched boxing with him. He actually taught me how to box. And,
Did he ever see you? Did he see the Ed Butcher fight versus Tom Ryan? So just so you know, he had a kickboxing world champion before me, and I was reminded by that a lot. Like, you're not my first champion. He'd been there before. So Mike Ryan is his first kickboxing champion. Mike Ryan was a badass.
Yeah, he was a badass.
And he fought this guy, Ed Butcher.
Yeah.
Seen Ed Butcher recently.
Yeah, that's crazy. Unrecognizable, right?
I mean, the guy's got to be up there now.
Because I saw Ryan, and he looks good.
Ryan looks all right.
Yeah, he looks good. They're better than Ed Butcher, that's for damn sure.
He probably wants another fight with him.
But Butcher was a badass, man. Yeah. That's a
Did your
good
father
question.
see that? Your father see you your first champion?
I'd have to go back to the, I don't know about that. I'm saying no for some reason.
Well, that's upsetting.
Yeah, but my mother came to every fight. All your fights at the Vanderbilt, she was at every one of them.
Oh, yeah?
100%, yeah.
The Vanderbilt was a wild
only until we
time.
moved to the city with the Capital, and, the traveling was a little different for her.
You know who wants to come in here is Harley Flanagan. I just talked to him.
Oh, yeah,
the
is he?
Well, I told him to come on. You ever hear of the Cro-Mags, Christian?
Yeah.
No? It's a lot of the fucking, that fucking shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? If the people that are into it. But it's a lot of screaming. But he's like one of the founders of that hardcore rock scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember Harley?
Oh, 100%. I saw him at Henzo's. It says, what I mean recently, it could have been 8 years ago, but, Remember Danaher? Danaher always told that story where Harley was the kids' teacher at Henzo's, And they come in the one day, and the parents are like, "Where's the, John has that eye, very sophisticated. Where's the kids instructor? Oh, Dana had him from. Oh no, he stabbed somebody last night. He won't be." That's the way he told that story. Was awesome. I don't know. Holly stabbed somebody last night. He's not coming in today for the kids.
You never. How many? You have any amateur fights, or what'd you do? You just did sparring?
No, that was it. Yeah. I never,
How come now? How come you never did? Because you were able to. You were
kickboxing.
You always felt more drawn to being the trainer.
I'll tell you what. I was just telling this story. So when I'm still in St. John's. I got to be 18, and my buddy, there was two upholstery shops, and they would put up a ring out east, like exit 64, bleachers, and each upholstery shop would fight each other. So
how old were you?
I'm saying I'm 18. And my friend Mike Siborowski comes to me and goes, "Hey, man, I want you to train me for this." Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, I did martial arts, but now we're talking about training, so I'm kind of like making shit up. I got him down at the track, but nothing like what we see today.
Yeah.
And then he was fighting a kid that fought in the Golden Gloves. So I'm like, holy shit, man, this is,
And they're doing what? Just boxing?
Boxing. And my guy knocks the guy out in the second round. So the place goes crazy. They were betting money. Somebody came over, handed me $50. They said we won money on Sib and blah, blah, blah. A couple of months later, I'm pumping gas, and the guy comes over. He goes, "Wait a minute, were you the guy with Siborowski?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do you think you could train me for next year?" So I'm like, "Wow, this is weird, man. Like the trainer's getting a lot of credit." And I think that kind of helped me out a little bit with that. But yeah, I mean, I boxed with guys that were going in the Golden Gloves and stuff, but I never wanted that. I always thought my weight was way off. Like,
your weight was way off?
Oh, I was always heavier than I should have been. So I was like, I would have.
You would have been up there with big dudes.
Yeah, 100%. So I was like, fuck this. But I always liked sparring and doing all those things and training, doing martial arts.